Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I Akila binti Zainuddin, number matric 184087.
My name is Muhammad Zaid Mizukitli,
And
matric number 18481.
today we are going to discuss, we are going to give the answer for SCL9.
So we only have two peoples because maybe other people have create their teams, so we just met in this
team.
time. So we
Yes.
have two people.
Okay. We already decided to pick one short video from the list, and video is number 5. It's about peer pressure and how to handle it.
Okay.
How parents guide their kids on handling peer pressure. Okay. The question for the video 5 is discuss how various parties can help teenagers to cope with the peer pressure. So, like,
Yeah, for me, how
what do you think?
how the various parties are? For me, firstly for the parents, because parents are the most closest to the student or to the kid, so they know inside and outside of the kids and what they always do in home, maybe outside of the school, and because they always send their children to the school and they know everything about their children's friends and everything, maybe they can handle the peer pressure of their children. So from the question, what discuss how best will help teachers game. Maybe the parents can try to give any advice to his or her children, because they have through the time that the young time. So in the young time, there's have very many obstacles. Need to through maybe the love part, the where when to find a true friends part. So the parents have through it before this, so maybe they can give a good advice to the children, and also can try to handle the peer pressure in their children. So Akila, what's your
For
opinion?
me, my suggestion will be the government. Government play very important roles on handling this case. Actually, if we can say that government can making a campaign and outdoor activities on handling this problem, especially for all the teenagers, because government actually really give a very impact, like impact things to teenagers by creating campaign on how we can handle the peer pressure and how bad will it be when they are failed to handle it. So for me, like, government really play a very important role in making those campaign to success. Besides, what I can say for the outdoor activities, like how bad smoking, how bad is drinking for teenagers, and how bad will it be if they are failed or they are involved in those negative activities. Actually really helps teenagers on handling the peer pressure.
And maybe for me, the other parties that can help students or children to handle their peer pressure, maybe their teachers in the schools, because the teachers will always look up the students and also our children in a good way. Maybe 12 hours, maybe 7 hours in a day, our children will be with their teachers. So the teachers have a very big very big companions with the children, so they will know more about our children. So if the teachers are being taught to how to handle the peer pressure in the students, maybe the teachers can know what are the student problem, what is the pressure inside the students, so that the students can talk more about their pressure, what they are having, what they are through right now. Maybe they can talk more, and the student can explain in a better way to the teachers, and the teachers can give a very good advice to the student, so that the student can handle the peer pressure in a good way. So maybe narcotics.
Okay, another one for me, the most important person is friends. Actually, yes, friends really give, you know, like really give us pressure. And actually peer pressure is come from friends, because peer pressure is the situation where we face to make them accept us, like us, besides saying no. Actually that's the meanings of peer pressure. And for me, you know, like we need to choose a very good friends, and the friends instead know how to handle it, because we need to do like when your friend asks you, why don't we just skip the class and hang out at the shopping malls or something, really teenagers really face the problem to say no, because we are friends, right? Friends really give very important rules in life. So the friends, you know, that friends actually need to have a very, you know, healthy lifestyle, instead of doing some negative things. Like when they try to create a situation where we need to choose between skipping class and going to shopping centers or everything, try to, you know, like turn they down with very good ways, like making humors, or just, you know, skip the question, or, you know, turn out something new, like why don't we need to skip class or anything, because it you know, bad for us. Actually friends, the main person that actually appear in this peer pressure. So for me, like choosing the right friends is the you know, like the actual way to handle the peer pressure.
Okay. But maybe
you know, like you can I want, you know, like add something for parents parents actually, you know, like besides giving tips or give some guidance to their children, actually parents have to show, you know, the very good example to their children, or not to very stressed out with something when there's they facing problems or pressure. Like, you know, instead of being angry or try to, you know, like show themselves with a negative way, they need to like cool down and settle things with good ways, like calm and think for a second before speaking or doing something. Actually parents should show it first before they give guides, or, you know, like try to make their children learn about that.
Okay, maybe for me, for the last parties, maybe the society that is around us. Maybe after the society give some perception to a guys or a boys, girls, maybe the girls is not in a very good way, so they will give a lot of assumption, a bad assumption. So maybe it will give a pressure to the peoples, to the girls that get that assumption. Maybe the society need to change. Our society need to change more to change the society. So we should do the campaign to change how they think about others. And society also need to think more positive on to the children, because the children is someone that will generate the country in the future. So if we want to have a better future generation, so we must have a good positive mindset inside them. So the society need to always advise, always need to encourage them to be a better person in their life.
Yeah, instead of judging them and, you know, like throwing negative comments about them, why don't we just change our lifestyles or our society lifestyles with, you know, like give a very good, just slow talks. And, you know, like teenagers is a, you know, hot blood times when they are really going to give you very bad attitude when you try to, you know, give them some advice in a very rude way, because, you know, teenagers don't ever listen, because that's the time where they are, you know, like I do what I want and you just have to accept me what I am.
Yes.
Then that's the bad way. If you just like throw something very, you know, in a rude attitude, they won't listen to you and they will never change.
Yes.
Trust me on that, because I've been through the teenagers things, and right now I'm also, you know, like teenagers, and know varieties of teenagers styles, and they are not going to listen to you if you just like, why you do this, you know that. No, they're never going to change and never going to listen to you. Just give them, sometimes they just need times to, you know, like figure it out something about them, and that when the times come, that's the main, you know, like that's the main time that you need to, you know, give some advice instead of you nagging on them. You just show them that's not the way, you have to do that, you can do this instead of that. You can for example, you can do your hobby instead of smoking. You can do, you know, like very good things instead of doing bad things. You just, you know, like avoid something that nagging, avoid something that you being angry with them. Society really need to change, actually, because society itself is, you know, like there are plenty of parents in society. They just should know how to handle children as their children too. So for me, it's like society lifestyle really need to change.
So maybe as a conclusion for me, all the parties need to think back what they are doing. How they will try to advise, maybe try to handle what they can do to maybe to advise their children,
to help the teenagers on coping this peer pressure problems.
That's for me the conclusion.
And for me, as we can say that parents, government, society, friends, and the teenagers themselves need, you know, like find a very good solution on this, you know, on solving this problem. And for me, it's like various of parties really need to cooperate in handling this preparation.
I think that's all from us. So thank you.
Thank you.